you try to force connections, they usually aren't going to happen.
A great week.
Cheers.
Good evening, guys.
Hello.
Where are you?
What are you doing here?
Hey, how are you?
Join us for dinner?
Smells good. Hi, guys. How are you?
We can pull you up a chair.
No, that's all right. I'll sit here with Sean. It is that time when we prepare for the selection ceremony. And we are very close to the semi-finals, as you know. So, James, you're going to have to select 3 mates to stay and 3 mates to go.
Right now?
It's time for 3 of you to go and 3 of you to stay. Are you ready? It was like gut-wrenching. It really was just horrible.
What I wanted to say was, because this is such a big decision for you, to, obviously to let half of the guys go, we thought, I don't know, that would give you a little more time and let you sleep on it.
Everybody, cheers!
We love Danny.
I'm glad I could be bearing some good news for a change. There's one thing I want you to do, James, and that's pick a name out of a hat.
Okay.
You've been doing this all day, haven't you?
Okay, read the name.
Darren?
Darren. Because after dinner, you're going to have a very delicious one-on-one dessert.
Coming up, Darren scores and Franklin doesn't like it.
When I see Darren and James kiss, jealousy through my mind.
And things get even hotter as James learns the final twist.
Fasten your seatbelt, James. It's going to be the bumpiest ride of all.
Next, when Boy Meets Boy continues.
Oh, look at that.
Look at how pretty. I really have not had that much time to spend with James at all. So then when he said me, I was like, yeah. Did you read my letter?
I did.
Did you?
Yes. It was very nice. I'd had a really nice lunch with Darren and hadn't really spent a whole lot of time with him after that. He had written me this letter, kind of expressing how he felt, and gave it to me privately, just letting me know that, he's really developed feelings for me and he's never felt that bond, hasn't felt that bond in such a long time with someone. I think there's something there, and I know you've said that, and I hear it, but we haven't really gotten to the point where there's tangible chemistry that we're allowing to show through. It's about knowing what your core values are and letting your heart lead you the rest of the way.
I mean, the way I view it is that, like when we had when we had lunch, that's kind of like all I need to know. I mean, we talked about a lot of personal things. Looking at James, and I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, maybe you finally met somebody that you like. Maybe you finally met somebody that lives up to the standards that you're looking for.
Yeah, right.
When I see Darren and James kiss, a little bit of jealousy through my mind because they must have had a fantastic one-on-one.
James and I are about to walk back into the living room with the rest of the mates, and I see that Franklin saw us. And Franklin just had this look on his face like, wow. He asked Andra about James and kissing, and Andra had said that she had never seen James kiss another guy before. That tells me that how I feel towards James, feelings are mutual.
You know what this is.
We finished dinner and I was given a box. I opened it up, I was like, oh, we're playing like a charade game. It's called Celebrity. One name on each card of a celebrity. And I explained the rules, and I gave everyone little cards, and as they were writing their names, the doorbell rang.
Ding dong, ding dong.
It might be the... Yeah?
Hi, we're looking for James. You're here to the party tonight?
Oh, no. There it is, come in.
Hey, party people, how you doing?
I'm good.
My first thought was strippers, right off the bat. It's the first thing that came to my brain was, oh God, strippers. Oh God, strippers.
Wait, this is how he did it. He grabbed my shirt, and he just he just did it like that.
I don't know where they found these 2 strippers. God love them, not my kind of guys. Andra decided, you know what, these boys have to go. We have 6 cute boys that, could probably do a better job.
We're starting with you, little missy. Right here.
Next thing I know, all the mates, one by one, did a little lap dance for me, which definitely broke some ice and definitely broke down some barriers.
This is the first lap dance I've ever done, so it's hard, shaking your hips when you don't know what you're doing and everybody else is watching.
Oh, your turn, baby.
Oh, come on, Dan.
very physically close, and I felt that James and I were starting to make a connection, and I was really excited.
It was fun. I have to admit, it was a lot of fun. And it was, you know, kind of a surprise.
I was just rolling with the punches there and just shake it a little bit and go with the flow.
There was definitely competition at that point.
Who's the dancer?
Going through my mind is, can I be as sexy as the other 5 gentlemen standing around me?
Franklin he's so awkward, but he's really going for it. He's showing James he can shake it. And, you know, as gawky as he is, I know that I've got to step up to bat and really show James that I've got that sex appeal.
Wes just went for it. I think the joke was we thought he was actually a dancer.
Giving James a little striptease was cute. You know, I can tell he's not used to that kind of crazy, wild behavior, and he blushed a little bit and was a little embarrassed, but I think he really enjoyed it, you know.
I think guys did, like, think that, you know, there's a competition, like, who gave the best lap dance. So I think we were really trying to make an impression on James and shake the best ass that we could.
We want you to read this out loud.
There are 2 names remaining in the hat. The one you choose tonight, you will privately escort home. The other will be at your pad bright and early to serve you breakfast in bed.
When I heard that breakfast in bed was going to be one of the options for the one-on-one, I crossed my fingers.
And the winner is
Sean.
There we go. Sean.
So I got to take Sean in the limo on a private ride home. Wes! Wes got the honor of making me breakfast in bed the next morning. Let's get out of here.
My name was actually pulled out to get to spend some one-on-one time with James in the limo ride. Again, it was a great evening, so there's a lot of energy coming off that, so it was going to be a good time to just sit down.
So I'm trying to focus my energy on you guys and not any of the other stuff. And the whole point is to get to know people.
You know, I think we all came in to this whole thing with, you know, it's a game, and they've reminded us over and over that it's a game, but it's not. And that was my moment to be able to actually finally have some time. I've got to observe his actions throughout the week, and I know right there, just by those observations, that he's a really great guy. But beyond that, I finally had a chance to sit down, look him in the eye, bounce a few questions off each other, and so I felt really good about it.
I'm trying to figure out how to follow my heart. If we were not here, just somewhere, and I walked up to you and asked you out, would you go?
Yeah, I mean, I would, because of your physical presence. You're a very, very attractive person.
This is a question I actually started thinking about on my own for myself. The 6 guys left, all of them are great people. Have you imagined yourself kissing any of them?
No, as far as anybody else in the household. I have had to ask myself that question with you, and didn't really uncover an answer in any which way. So yes and no.
I couldn't tell if he was saying, I'm not going to say that I don't like you and I don't want to be that up front. And that's kind of what I was thinking. Are you saying that you don't have any chemistry? Thank you very much.
Thank you for of course, for holding on to the moment.
Absolutely. Sorry it took so long.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's almost like that moment when you're saying goodbye to somebody at the end of a date, and it's that really kind of awkward moment where should you lean over and give them a kiss goodbye, or should you just shake hands and call it a night? So it was a very touching, very romantic moment, and I don't know what to do with it. Good night.
Good night to you.